Understanding fate is one of the things I've had the hardest time doing. I wasn't born like everyone else. Immediately I was different. People knew I would struggle. Being born without two working legs can be as shattering as to a child as not having good gifts in Christmas. It's something you want so bad but never seem to get. I would see my brothers, my cousins, my father, my mother. They seemed so normal, so perfect. In my eyes I was nothing but a freak. And every night I prayed and prayed for my condition to die away and magically be able to walk and run and jump. But every time I woke up to the same worthless legs. School came and every day was a chore, a burden. Besides being disabled, I was socially awkward and I couldn't play or do any sports like my classmates. On the day of my birthday, which was attended by only 3 friends, I wanted everything to be perfect. I made a whole course of activities that only involved hands, like painting, wooden block building, and even wheelchair races. Everyone that came thought the painting was lame, and that they were too old to play with wooden blocks. Also, they didn't like sharing the only wheelchair I had, and instead decided to play football. As I watched them play, all I wanted to do was for the day to end and simply lay in my bed crying. The cake came out and it gave me joy to think that it was finally ending. I blew out my candles and wished the same wish I had been wishing since I could remember, to be able to walk. The next day I woke up and felt a tingle. I didn't think anything of it until I asked for the nurse to help me get out of bed and get dressed. I called and called, but no one seemed to answer. I figured I might as well get into the wheelchair to see where she was, but the wheelchair wasn't next to my bed as it usually is. Everything seemed out of ordinary. My mom came in screaming for me to get out of bed and get to school. I asked her to help me get out of bed and she said, "Use the legs God gave you." At first I was offended. I mean, she knows my legs don't work. What's wrong with her? Since nobody wants to help me, I force myself up with my hands, but I feel a lot of support from my down under. My legs could move. They weren't just weight, they worked. I remember I cried. Nothing could have made me more happy than feeling the cold floor as I touched it for the first time, or moving my way towards the door, or running to school and jumping the front step. The first thing I wanted to do was go to recess and be able to run and play with everyone. All the days I spent recess alone in the classroom didn't prepare me to understand that people didn't play anymore. Instead, they sat in groups, all very far away from each other. I walked toward my friends and they all looked at me weirdly. Someone stopped me halfway there. It was Jason, the typical popular football star that never even looked at me. He said to me, "What are you doing going toward those losers? Come, Jesus, Andy." I didn't understand. He took me towards where all the pretty girls and popular boys sat. I came to learn that I was the most popular guy in school, a great football star that got all the girls. I felt amazing, like in the spot where I belonged my whole life. Period 2 came and my confidence level had grown from 1 to 100. I started talking to everyone. Nothing stopped me from being friends with everyone. I quickly realized that people didn't like me. They were scared of me. My new friends all told me to stop talking to losers. But how could they be losers? To my eyes, they all seemed perfect. They all had working feet, and for them, opportunities were endless. My day quickly ended. Everything seemed like a dream, but my feelings were torn. On one side, I was happy everything I wished for was at my feet, literally. But I never imagined it so cruel. I liked my old friends. They weren't popular, but they were interesting, and they liked me when I had nothing. My new friends were shallow. I went to sleep double-sided, confused in my own prejudices. When I woke up, my feet were back to not working. For some reason, I still look back at that day and feel no remorse or regret. Now mature, I have realized how blind I was. I was looking at all the things I couldn't do and was never focusing on the things I could do. I turned out to be a great scientist. I was baptized as disabled, but I was born to be much more. It took me a look at both sides to realize all the things I have.